Hello everybody, in this video we are going to study about continue and break statement which we can use in our program. As here you can see in this for loop, I have used both continue and break, but they both will have different impact on the program control. Now what will happen if the program control encounters a continue statement? Then what will happen? This program control will go back to the for loop and it will continue with the next iteration. Means the value of I will be incremented. We know that initially it will be 1, i's value will be 1. As soon as continue statement is encountered, now the value of I will become 2, means it will be incremented, and then all these statements will be executed again. So, and this is going to continue till till this test condition is satisfied. Over here the test condition is that i's value should be less than or equal to 10. So till the i's value is less than or equal to 10, all these statements will keep on executing, and after that these statements will be executed. So this is our continue statement. Now let's come to this break statement. Here also you can see that the structure is almost same, that this is also having a for loop, and then after for loop we are having some statements. Now what will happen when this program will be executed? Then initially the value of I will be 1. Then as soon as the program control encounters break, what will happen? This all the other values For all the other values of I, these statements will not be executed. The for loop will terminate here itself. So these statements will not be executed for next iteration. And what will happen if there are any statement over here? Means after break, if there is any statement, then that will be executed. Otherwise it will come out of the loop, and all the statements which are there outside the loop, they will be executed. So this is our break statement. Now let's learn how to implement this continue and break statement in our Java program. Now we are going to print all the odd numbers using this continue statement, and we will also use break statement also in the same program, and let's see what will be the difference in the output. So I have created a class odd. So let's write down the code for this: public class odd, then public static void main, then here we have to write down the for loop, and we will use in this program, we are also going to use if statement. So we need one variable, let it be I, which will be used inside the for loop. So in this program I'm going to print all the odd numbers which are there between 1 to 20. So my loop will start from 1. For I equals to 1, I less than equal to 20, I plus plus. Now here I'm going to check whether a number is odd or even. So now our aim is to print all the odd numbers. So we will do like this. First we will check if a number is even or not. We will go in the reverse order. So first we'll check if the number is even or not, and for that we know that if we divide the number by 2 and if the remainder is 0, that means it is a even number. So we write down if I mod 2 equals to 0. Now if this is true, then we will continue, means we will go back to the loop again. So here we write down continue. So what will happen, as soon as the program control gets a number which is divisible by 2, then again it will go back to the for loop, and it will execute the statements for the next value of I. And then we are going to print the values of I which are not divisible by 2. So here we write down, we can write down, if we write down like this, then all the numbers between 1 to 20 which are not divisible by 2 will be printed. So we have completed our program. Let's close the brackets. So we have closed the bracket. So this is the code. Let's compile it. Here we get no syntax error. Close it. Now we execute the code. Here you can see that all the odd numbers which are there between 1 to 20, they are printed. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. Now let's see what will be the output if instead of continue we write down over here break statement. So here I write down break. Now what will happen? I told you that if any break statement is encountered, then in the first iteration, only the first iteration will be done and the remaining iterations will not be computed. For instance, here the value when i's value is 1, then it will be computed and it will check if I mod 2 equals to 0. This is false. So what will happen? This will print. This is going to print only 1. Why? Because the next iterations will not be executed because there is break statement over here. So this is the major difference between break and continue. So let's compile this. No syntax error. When we will compute this, here you can see that our output is 1. I'm going to clear this, then it will be clear to you. Again I will execute this program. Here you can see that the output is 1 because this break statement will be executed only up to when the value of I is 1. It will terminate as soon as the value of I increases. It gets incremented. So here you can see the code for this break and continue statement. So hope you like this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.